congratulations on the massive success of Oppenheimer. I heard from Emma you're already thinking about the next one. Like, how do you kind of cope with you'll be following up Oppenheimer and like maybe looking to do even better?
I think you can't worry too much about the relationship of one film and on to the next. I get bored very quickly. I like to keep working, so it's exciting to think about what's next. But no, I think we've all been thrilled with the success of Oppenheimer. But you certainly wouldn't go into the next project hoping to replicate that kind of success. I mean, we didn't foresee this at all. It's not what we didn't go into Oppenheimer thinking it would make the money that it's made. So you never quite know what's going to happen.
And obviously, Emma's produced alongside you all of your feature films. What were the unique challenges that Oppenheimer presented to the two of you working on it?
I think, actually, I mean, shockingly, for a film that cost almost $100 million, was really the budget was a complicated thing. There was a lot to get on screen, period film covering 60 years. So each department had to really be smart and efficient about how they were going to do it. And I think from a production point of view, from a producing point of view, that's always a huge challenge because you're trusting people to not make mistakes. There's enough money there if everything goes according to plan. The problem is, things don't always go according to plan. And I think for a producer, for us as producers, it's always a bit tricky to go in without too much headroom, without too much of a safety net. But, things went well and people, the different department heads, they responded very well to the budget challenges and really got an enormous amount on screen for what we had.
And is there anything for the two of you, such as unwinding with a glass of wine while you're doing the shoot, or then while you're working on the edit afterwards, or is it just too intense?
No, I mean you have to have some kind of a balance, and I think working together on these films is a huge benefit in terms of we both completely understand what the other's going through, and we also remind each other to draw a line under at the end of the day, or try to, and not bring everything home. But it's a balance, as I say. But I'm very, very lucky to work with Emma, so she understands what we're going through. But we try not to talk about work all the time when we're at home, and have a bit of a distinction there. But yeah, you have to be able to take the weekend off and relax a bit, and so she backs me up in my decision to not do. I don't do 6-day work weeks, for example, which some people do on location, because I think you do need time to just recharge, and I need time to be able to sort of think about what I shot last week and prepare for the week ahead.
And what do you think is the biggest misconception about you and the films that you make?
I think that'd be hard to answer, because the truth is, we've had such great connections with audiences over the years, in particular with Oppenheimer, particularly with the number of young people who've gone to see it multiple times and really watched the film in the spirit that it was intended. I think it'd be churlish to complain about misconceptions, honestly. I mean, certainly as far as the work goes, I think I've been very fortunate that people have responded to the work largely in the way that we intended it.
And final really quick question. The Oscar hype, is this something that you take for granted, or is it something you're building from the ground up and you don't like to think about too much?
Well, we don't really think about awards at all when we're making the films. I don't think you can, particularly if you're looking to reach a broad audience and put the film out the best time of year, for example, for a broad audience, which is the summer, which is never a strategic thing to do if you were interested in winning awards. It'd be marvelous to win Oscars for the film. I mean, that'd be a dream come true. It'd be thrilling, but it's not something that's ever on our mind while we're actually making the film, because it's so tough to get a film done and to get a film out there in the marketplace that can work for an audience. That requires all of your attention and all of your focus. You can't take your eye off that ball at any point.